All right, well, welcome again to Spry Thoughts, and this is the third episode. And I want to talk to you about the relationship between a boss and an employee. I'm going to name this video Fire Your Boss, but I really want to talk about the fact that, a company is teamwork. And what I mean by that is that it's not just the employee working for the employer. The employer is actually also working for the employee. In other words, the employee is getting benefits. Let's say landscaping, which is my background, and that's actually what I grew up doing, and then I went out on my own, so I fired my boss. But what was going on when I did have a job in landscaping is that that company supplied all the equipment and the buildings, and they brought me the customers. So when I decided to go out on my own, then I had to do those things. Now, I don't need a building, but I had to provide my own equipment and I had to go find my own customers. Now, I'm glad I did that. There's more money in doing that. But I think employees need to realize that there is such a huge benefit to having an employer, a boss, a manager, because they are providing things for you to make money. Now, if you want to make more money, then you need to consider going out on your own. Is that something that you can do? Because think about all the money that the client is sending toward your boss, your manager, the equipment, the building, someone to answer the phones. Think of all the overhead. And then if you are able to eliminate that, you are able to find your own clients, answer your own phone, provide some of your own equipment. In landscaping, a shovel is great. I also do outdoor lighting, and that's very inexpensive because you need wire cutters and very few things. So I was very fortunate to have a job that to go out on my own, I did not need much equipment. But think about all the money that goes toward those things, and then if you captured that money. In landscaping, it's not unusual for a company to charge about $50 a man hour for landscaping. And so imagine if you're able to get that on your own. Instead of you making $12 or $15 an hour, you get to make that $50 an hour. Now imagine, because you're self-employed, that you also do things quicker. And let's say you get work done in half the time because you're more motivated. Well, now you're making $100 an hour. You still charge the same as that company, $50 a man hour, but if you get it done in half the time, you don't give them an hourly quote, you give them a job quote, and then you capture all that money. Let's say you charge 4 man hours and it only takes you 2, and then, man, you've made $100 an hour. So think about that. I'm really concerned that so many people just have this whining attitude, and they're not thankful. They're not thankful for their bosses and what their bosses and companies provide. If you're flipping burgers, you would have to go find your own grill. You would have to, or buy your own grill. You'd have to find your own customers, or you can work at a fast food place or another burger place, and you can work where a company has provided the equipment and the customers. So just consider that. I just worry that so many people are whiners and not winners. So may you have a winning attitude. And a winning attitude is that you're thankful and you see the benefits of what many people whine about, and that you're daring enough to go out on your own instead of blaming someone else. I need to make more money. The government needs to raise the minimum wage. No, you need to do something else. You need to fire your boss if you want to make more money, and you start buying the equipment, and you start finding your own customer.